Hi there. Can I help you with anything?
Oh, hi. I'm interested in the possibility of a career with TGS when I graduate. So I thought I'd come here and see if there are any opportunities suitable for people like me.
Okay. I'll take a few details from you and then we can contact you when we start our recruitment program.
Oh, great.
So, if you were to work with us, what area would you want to focus on?
I'm hoping to make a career in the field of marketing. I'm quite an outgoing person.
Okay, I'll just feed that into the computer. And what's your name?
It's Dominika Alexandrovna.
Okay, can you just spell your surname for me?
Sure, it's Alexandrovna.
Thanks. It's important to spell names correctly in business.
Yeah.
And where are you from, Dominika?
Well, I was born in Poland, actually, and my mom's Polish, but I'm Russian, because we moved to Moscow when I was very small for my father's job.
Well, I must say your English is very good.
Thanks. I've been here a couple of years now.
Okay, well, we usually get in touch with students a bit later on, and the easiest way for us to communicate with you is by email.
Oh, yes. I can give you my email address.
Fine, then we can send you any links that you need to read and attach the application forms.
Oh, great. Well, my email address is dom54 at qmail.com.
Right. Thanks. As you know, we like to encourage young people to start working for us as soon as they graduate.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, our interest is related to the class of degree that you get.
Well, I'm hoping to get a 2-1. My tutors are all pretty confident that I will.
That's good. So, which university are you studying at?
I'm just finishing my course at London University.
And I assume you're in the School of Business.
Yes, I've been doing a BA.
And is that part-time?
No, I'm a full-time student. I haven't actually had any experience of business yet. I want to concentrate on getting my qualifications first.
Okay. How have you found the course?
Oh, it's been really good. I've really improved my communication skills, and I've learned how to work in a team as well.
Well, that's good if you want to work in a global company. So, when do you finish?
Well, it's a 22-month course, and I finish in 2 weeks' time.
I see. So, when would you be available for an interview?
Well, I think the 21st of July. I'm taking a holiday on the 12th of July for a week, and I'd need a couple of days to sort myself out after that.
We're obviously interested in your business qualifications, but it also helps if you've done anything in your spare time that shows you have some business-related skills.
Well, I did run a competition last year for the charity Save the Children.
That's just the sort of thing I mean. Shows you have some management skills. Right, and apart from work and study, what do you like to do in your free time?
I'm quite good at cooking. I make sure I eat well. You know, when you're a student, it's easy to forget to eat or to eat a lot of junk food. I do things like watch some of the cookery programs on TV, and then I copy them.
Great.
I'm not very sporty, but I do go swimming at least twice a week. I like to keep in shape.
Have you done any other work in the past that would be relevant to a marketing career?
I did help my father with his business, but it wasn't really a job. I didn't get paid. But I have been a children's tutor. I got that job through the people at my homestay.
That's good. So if you worked for us, how would you see your career developing?
What do you mean?
Well, are you ambitious? Do you want to get to the top?
I guess I'd like to get into management. You know, I'd like to work my way up the ladder and end up as a project manager.
Well, that's about all I need to ask you for now. I'll let you walk around and look at some of our displays.
Thanks.
Can I just ask how you first heard about the fair?
Oh, from a friend. She told me about it last week, and then I looked it up on the internet.
Okay. Thanks.
Student 1.
Well, a couple of years ago, I decided that I wanted to work in the hotel industry. I used to have a casual part-time job as a waiter when I was 16. So that's why I've been doing a hotel management course for the past 2 years. I like dealing with the public. I think I'm quite an outgoing person. Yeah, I'm looking forward to graduating and getting into full-time employment.
Student 2.
Yes, when we were children, we used to have a very affectionate black and white cat. She would sit on our laps at night, and, well, I know that cats don't talk, but this one did. She would make these high-pitched noises when we came home after school. I guess she wanted food or something, but as children, we used to think she was a real person.
Student 3.
I've never been very creative, but I've got a nephew. He's 2. He's a toddler now. And last month, while I was looking after him, we built a house together out of this old cardboard box. He absolutely loved it, and my sister and her husband were really impressed. They were used to seeing me as someone who couldn't play or make things, but I proved them wrong.
Student 4.
As a teenager, I didn't used to do very much exercise at all. I just got used to being lazy. But now I'm older, I'm more aware of my health. I joined the gym last year, and I've been making use of its facilities. You know, the pool and the tennis courts. I think my fitness level's a bit better than it used to be.
Now, I'd like to welcome onto our show today Darren Whitlock, who's going to tell us about a very vibrant exhibition.
Thanks, Melanie. Yes, in fact, it's an exhibition called Eye for Colour. It's packed with hands-on exhibits and interactive displays, and it explores the endless ways in which colour shapes our world. Now, there are 40 exhibits altogether that come under 6 main sections. Sadly, I haven't got time to tell you about them all today, so let me just give you a taste of what's on offer. So, to start off, there's a section simply entitled Seeing Colour, which is, well, as the title suggests, about how we do just that. And it's a good starting point, because basically you look at the museum gallery through a giant eyeball that's standing on a circular foot. What you don't know is that this houses a 32-inch camera and screen, and the overall effect of these is quite amazing. Another section that's very interesting is called Colour in Culture. Here, there are a number of activities designed to illustrate the powerful links that exist between colour and certain aspects of our lifestyle, and this is done through a range of images and objects. You can visit the Colour Cafe that contains meals that really make you question how conditioned you are. How hungry do you feel if you're faced with a plate of pink and green fried eggs and blue sausages, for example? This section also includes activities that give visitors some idea of what it's like to view the world with a visual disability, which is something that many people have to do. Then there's a Colour in Nature section, designed to illustrate the many amazing colours that we see everywhere around us, from rainbows to autumn leaves, and to give us an idea of what it's like surviving in the external environment. So, you can try camouflaging yourself. This really is one for the kids, dressing up in a suit and then selecting a background where, to all intents and purposes, you disappear. And you can look at the world through the eyes of a dog or fish. What do these creatures really see? I'd recommend ending the trip with a visit to the Mood Room, which explores the influence of colour on the way we feel. Here, you can lie back and listen to music as a projector subtly alters the lighting in the room, and with it, the atmosphere. How does each colour affect your emotions? You'll be surprised. Now, while the exhibition's been running, the organisers have carried out a study of the favourite colours of their younger visitors. Over 2,600 children have responded to this, and there were lots and lots of colours to choose from, so the scores weren't high for each individual colour, even if the colours were, like blue, of average popularity. Clearly, the bold colours were the winners. Though purple, which I would have expected to be a high scorer, had just 1.73% of the votes, unlike deep pink, which came next to top. In the middle ground, along with purple, which was still pretty popular compared to others, was lime green, the first shade of green to be anywhere near the top. One 2-year-old commented that red was the only colour she knew, which is perhaps why that was more popular with children than anything else. Needless to say, all the tans and beiges came near the bottom. In fact, the lighter the colours, the less popular they were, even the light pinks. So, why did the kids go for these striking colours? As adults, it's all about clothes, what we think suits us or is fashionable. But these youngsters are looking outward more, and they go for colours that hit them, that they pick out over and above the rest. It's less to do with how they feel, whether it calms them down or whatever, and more about immediate impact. And of course, there are associations with football that led a lot of both boys and girls to go for particular colours. In fact, more children seem to comment on this than anything else, whereas adults would be more likely to go for something worn by someone they really like. So, all in all, it says a lot about...
Well, one of the most colourful things that I've ever bought is a sort of doll that I got when I was on holiday in Java. It's actually a puppet, and it has a special name in Indonesia, but I'm afraid I can't remember what it is. Let me see. I decided to buy this doll because we'd been to a puppet theatre and seen a performance, and it was just fantastic. I mean, I've seen some terrible puppet shows in the past, but these dolls were expressive. They came alive. The story included a certain amount of fighting, which was probably quite frightening for children, but it was also magical, and the good guy won, which I like. Actually, my doll looks pretty old, even though it was made, made in this era. By that I mean it wasn't made that long ago. It's only wooden, but dressed in really bright, attractive materials, like batik, a long red and gold dress and a tall coloured hat. Also, as I mentioned before, it's an Indonesian puppet, which means it's supported by these long, thin pieces of wood attached to it that are used to make the limbs move. I've got mine in my room, and people always notice it. Some of my friends think she's very scary, and others, like me, are really drawn to her. I mean, she's so eye-catching. I think partly because of the colours, but also because, as I said, she has this sort of magic about her. For me, well, ultimately, I feel that she protects me from bad things and brings me good luck. So I'll always keep her.